All right, guys, lesson 3.6, we're looking at tables of exponential functions. Okay, so two types of problems. First off, you'd be given a function and have to make a table. So the first types are make a table. And it will tell you what to plug in, but let's say our function is f of x equals 3 times 2 to the x. Okay, exponential functions have this x up here. Okay, and some number you're multiplying by. So to make a table, it'll say like with x's from 0 to 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. This is x. This is f of x, the output. Okay, anything to the 0 power is actually 1. Okay, so 2 to the 0 is actually 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, plug in 1. 2 to the 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Do the power first, right? Do the power first. 2 to the 2, 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 3 is 12. And then 3, remember 2 to the 3 means 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 to the third is actually 8 times 3, okay? Because it's actually 8 times 3, 24. Okay, notice what happened is we started with 3 and we just multiplied by 2 each step. So this actually told me what to multiply by each step. Okay, so let's do another one of those. Say g of x. Let's do a fraction, 6, and it'll be times 2/3 to the x. Make a table, 0 to 3. Okay, these are x's. So g of x. Okay, again, anything to the 0 is actually 1. So 2/3 to the 0 is actually just 1. 1 times 6 is 6. 2/3 to the 1, well, that just means 2/3. So we're talking 2/3 times, I mean, the order doesn't matter, but if you want to put the 6 over 1 in front, times 2/3, 12/3 equals 4. Okay. Now we're talking 6 times 2/3 to the 2. So really we're talking 6 times 2/3 times 2/3, right? So 6 over 1, 2/3 times 2/3 is 4/9, right? Multiply across, so we're talking 24 over 9. If you want to just keep it like that, I would be okay with that. If you want to change it to a mixed number, what are you talking? 2 and 18, 6/9, so it's just 2 2/3. This actually reduces, doesn't it? If you divide by 3, it's 8 over 3. Okay, so either of these is fine, 8 over 3 or 2 2/3. And then the last one, it's 6 times 2/3 to the third. So 2/3, 2/3, 2/3, right? 2/3 to 3 times to the third power. 6 over 1. And then what? 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So we're talking 48 over 27. So actually that reduces, I believe those divide by 3. 16 over 9. Or you could say 1 and what? 7/9. Okay. So a little tricky there with the fractions. You just got to multiply fractions. If you really want to change this to a decimal, that would be a different option. Okay. The other type problem is you'll be given a table and you got to write the function. So let's do a couple of those quick. Say you're given a table.
Wherever you want. Again, there's still plenty of food left out there, it looks like, so come and get seconds or thirds. I think there's still coffee left. I'm trying a new brand called Truck Stop, so come and get your coffee before we get going here at 12:15. Thanks for the positivity you're bringing to conferences. Thank you for putting the ownership on the students when they show up for the conferences, and just keep up the great work. You are appreciated. Onward.
Okay, to write a function, it's going to look like this. It's going to be, we say a times b to the x, or something times something to the x. Okay, notice what's going on here. It's got 5, 10, 20, 40. It's basically, what's the factor? What's that factor each time? That multiplying factor. Well, 5 to 10, we're talking times them by 2, right? times 2 every time. So that's what goes here. What goes here is like your y-intercept or your starting value. We're starting with 5 when x is 0. So this is the function. So pretty easy, 5 times 2 to the x. Let's do one more of those. A little bit trickier one. Say g of x. Let's say it goes like 80 and then 60 and then 45 and then 33.75, okay? 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again, we're trying to write out a function or equation. It'll look like this, blank times blank to the x. Okay, so what goes here is that starting value, the 80, but now it's the matter of what are we multiplying by each step to get from 80 to 60, or to get from 60 to 45, or 45 to 33 and a half. Say, well, I don't know, that doesn't make sense, 80 to 60, but the way you could figure that out is do 60 divided by 80, right? Just like over here, you could do 10 divided by 5 is 2. We could do 60 divided by 80, or 60 over 80, and reduce that down. It's 6/8. It's 0.75, or it's 3/4, okay? If you put that in a calculator, you get 0.75, right? 3/4. So I don't care if you want to do a decimal there, that's fine, but I'm just going to do a fraction. 3/4 is what I'm multiplying by. Guess what? If I did 45 divided by 60, it's 3/4. If I did 33.75 divided by 45, it's 3/4. Okay, that's the factor. That's what you're multiplying by. It's really a 25% decrease. If you want to relate it to a percent increase and decrease, this would be a 25% decrease, right? Because this is 0.75. All right, so it is all related there. Have a good day.